of three-wheelers and getting lost in the woods?
Well, hold on to your hats because we're introducing Demons Gone Wild.
Make it a lifetime subscription. That's right, folks.
Oh, God, there is just nothing to watch on the TV.
Hey, Guy, are you bored with what's on TV?
The government?
That's right, friend. And we couldn't help it over here that you think TV stinks.
Well, yeah, there's just nothing exciting to watch on TV.
We couldn't agree more, which is why we created Scarovision.
Scarovision? What's that?
Glad you asked. Scarovision is a proprietary technology that brings your TV to life. Think Google Chromecast, but way, way better.
You mean like it makes it 3D or something? Because you can't actually make a TV come to life.
We're the US government. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Okay, alright, good point.
Once installed, a portal opens up between the scary thing you're watching and your TV screen, allowing things to pass through. It's virtually impossible to feel bored when a zombie is trying to eat your brains.
Oh, cool. Does it work on other stuff too? Like, adult content?
No! It only works with the scary shit. Why do you think we called it Scarovision?
Alright, sorry I asked.
So, do you want to die? I mean, give it a try?
No, I'm good. You know, I've actually been watching too much TV lately anyways. I think I'll actually just read a book.
Alright, your loss. Have a wonderful day.
Alright, thanks. Maybe I'll just check it out. Maybe just once. Oh man, that's cool.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to VHS on Tape. Alright, so we're coming up on September already, and that means that there's only a little bit of summer left. So, if there was anything that you were planning on doing this summer, but you just haven't gotten around to it yet, there's still a little bit of time left, so get out there and do it. Or not. Either way is fine. I mean, I don't really care. Because it doesn't affect me, and, well, that's what's really important. Also, how in the hell is school going again already, and it's not September? What the hell's wrong with people? Well, despite what I just said, I'm feeling kind of lazy today, so I think I'll just stay in and watch a video tonight. Which brings me to today's movie, The Video Dead. This one came out in November of 1987 and weighs in at 90 minutes. It was written and directed by Robert Scott. The other movie he directed was Rat Dog, and since this is what IMDb shows for it, chances are none of us have seen it. The plot is that a family moves into a house that comes furnished with a TV that acts as a gateway for killer zombies to come into our world. So before we start, let's take a minute to appreciate how cool this cover art is. I mean, it's kind of simple, but also very awesome. I'm a fan. Alright, well, if you're ready to press play, let's start the movie that is The Video Dead.
Who the hell would send me a TV? I don't even watch TV.
So the opening music is actually pretty good. It sets a nice mood. There are 3 guys listed for the music, but one of them, Leonard Marcel, was a sound designer on The Unholy, Waxwork 1 and 2, and he was a sound supervisor on Candyman. Those are some good credits in the sound department. Anyways, we open up on this guy, and I guarantee this is what I look like every morning. I am not a morning person. This is Mr. Jordan. He's played by Michael St. Michaels. That's a heck of a name, huh? He was also in The Greasy Strangler. He's getting a crate delivered even though he didn't order it.
Be some mistake. I haven't ordered anything but pizza in the last 6 months.
But since it's not a COD, he takes it. And again, the music lets us know that it's probably not a good item inside. Once open, we see it's a TV. And for those of you who are younger, this is what TVs looked like back in the day. You know, before fancy pants flat screens became all the rage, tube TVs is where it was at. And I'll bet this TV probably weighed, I don't know, around 65 pounds. As he's typing, the TV turns itself on to a zombie flick. He turns it off, it turns back on. They go back and forth until he unplugs it and it stays off. Well, until he's sleeping, then it comes back on and we get a nice reveal of the zombie looking through the TV. I like it, and I really like what comes next. The zombie comes through the TV, but the way they do this is awesome. I mean, I think the effects here are great. And we see that he's not alone because 1 is the loneliest number. Next, we find out that the TV wasn't supposed to go to Mr. Jordan.
What I'm wondering is, what the hell did we deliver to the Institute for the Studies of the Occult?
And when the movers open up the door, we see he's dead. But the way they find him opens up the door to just so many questions. You know, like, why is there a lamp around his neck? Who put the cigarette in his mouth? And why is he wearing a party hat? You know, I mean, I understand the movers here, yet I'm just gonna go ahead and close this door, pretend like I didn't see anything. 3 months later, and the house has been bought by this chick's parents. This is Zoe. She's played by Roxanne Augustin. No other work for her. As she's unpacking, we see something shambling towards and into the house, before seeing that it's her brother.
Jeff!
Good fake out, by the way. Because, you know, I was sitting there going, why wouldn't he just walk like normal? But then they show him carrying the suitcase. I'm like, that makes sense. Jeff is played by Rocky Duvall. Nothing else for him either. Also, we found out that their parents are out of the country, so we won't be seeing them anytime soon. And if it weren't for this scene, we probably wouldn't even know that this was an older movie.
What's your major?
Aerobics.
I'm almost afraid to ask you what your minor is.
Music videos. Seriously?
The next morning,
My name is Daniels, Joshua Daniels.
shows up and warns Jeff about the TV. As Jeff is getting ready, he hears the TV talking to him, literally.
Make love to me, Jeff. I want you to come into the attic with me, Jeff.
So he moves it into his room. Then we meet April, played by Victoria Bastel. She was also in The Deadpool and Bad Lieutenant, the original one. And Chocolate, the dog, played by Bachelor. No other acting credits for Bachelor. Chocolate gets out of the house and finds Jack, that's the zombie's name in the credits. They go looking for him, and Jeff finds out that somebody died in their new house.
Don't you find it a little creepy living in the murder house?
Thinking of what?
Before they find Chocolate dead. They head back to the house, and can we take a minute to appreciate just how much of a scenic shot this is? I mean, we got the tree branches framing the shot, the little creek there, and the house in the background. Darla Evans did a great job of finding this place. It's a great location. Also, Jeff comes up with a great idea to help April not get blamed for the dog's death.
Hey, I've got it. Dog swallowed a ball. All we have to do is push the ball down the dog's throat.
And it works.
It worked. You really saved me.
Also, April's dad is sleeping with their maid. Jeff decides to try out the TV, and as he's getting all high and stuff, we see the lady from the attic, and she's what we in the biz call a butterface. Now, before you get upset, guys can be butterfaces too. See? Anywho, things start to get hot and heavy before Jeff gets majorly blue-balled.
Hey, where are you?
And then this happens out of nowhere. We find out this guy is...
They call me the Garbage Man.
That is just a terrible nickname. But on the other hand, he seems cool with it, so... I guess, okay. He warns Jeff that some of the zombies have escaped. He also tells him,
Take the TV, lock it in the basement. Get a mirror, the shiny side next to the screen.
Jeff understandably thinks it's just a bad trip until he sees the lady's cloak the next morning. Then he does what the guy says and gets attacked in the process. But he's able to get away. So here's a question for you. Would you rather wake up and deal with this bullshit, or wake up and go to your regular job? You know, I'm on the fence. Yeah, you know, I think I'm on the fence on that one. And if you feel like Jeff reminds you of somebody, may I offer up Linus from Linus Tech Tips. I mean, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Just like Christy from Berserker. Next, we see the zombies heading towards April's house, and the zombie makeup is really well done. The zombies make themselves at home, literally. Finally, the maid wakes up, and when she goes downstairs, she gets killed even though she puts up a pretty good fight. Although the death scene does take a while. Daddy Deep Sleep here doesn't wake up until they're in his room, and he dies too, although we don't see it. Cut to their neighbor's house where this lady is just trying to do some damn chores, but they kill her anyways. Zombies got no respect for house chores, man. But we do get this shot, which is funny. Before they take out her husband. April comes home to find the bodies, and Jeff brings her to their house. Joshua shows back up and gives us the movie's titular line.
It was the video dead.
Video dead?
Then Jimmy D gets into the house and grabs April. Joshua tells them the same thing that the garbage man did, put mirrors up to keep the video dead out. He explains why they don't like mirrors.
The reason for the mirrors is simple. The dead can't stand to look at themselves.
He also explains that there are 2 ways to kill them.
Trap them in a place from which there's absolutely no escape.
And
Since they think they're alive, by attacking them like you would the living.
then as Zoe is sleeping, she wakes up to Jimmy munching on a hand. But it's just another dream fake out, although well done again. Before going hunting, Joshua tells Zoe,
These are the keys to my truck. If we're not back by 10 minutes to sundown, take it and get the hell out of here.
and Zoe makes Jeff promise.
Promise me you'll come back.
Of course I'll come back, Zoe.
As they are hiking, Jeff takes a pee break and finds a zombie and takes it out like a real archer. Then Joshua shows him the final step and...
My absolute all-time favorite horror movie is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So he wants to be the one to use the chainsaw. Then they come across a shack and start to prepare, and Joshua finds April's body. Then Joshua says they're setting a trap, and we see what they're going to be using for bait.
There's no way I'm going through with this. Cut me down.
After a bit, the zombies show up, and after Joshua wakes up, he starts shooting them up with arrows. The bride gets the chainsaw, and instead of killing her, Joshua decides to let her go for some reason. Then, after they celebrate, they go to track her down to finish the job. I don't know why they didn't just do it when she was there. Either way, I didn't write this movie. And it turns out Joshua shouldn't have let her go because she set a trap of her own and arrows Joshua. So he's dead and Linus takes off. And I love the irony that he loves the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and now he's the one being chased by a chainsaw. He steps into a bear trap he laid down earlier. Classic clumsy Jeff. He hides in the shack and we get a double death. Well, not really, because we see that she's still alive, and so are all of the other zombies as well. So a good lesson here is he should have cut off her hands or her arms. You know, that way he would still be alive. Good lesson for the future. If you find yourself in that situation, go for the hands or arms. I guess legs would work too, and then them. Either way, whatever keeps them from holding the chainsaw. Cut to Zoe going to leave, but she's blocked in by all the zombies. Then we see Jimmy, who for some reason reminds me of David Bowie? I don't know why. Knocking the mirrors off of the front door. Then we see Zoe understandably breaking down before she remembers something from earlier.
But what if a person could keep from showing fear?
And so she gives it a try.
Oh, nice to see you. Won't you come in?
She makes him dinner and now, so she's no longer in danger. And apparently even dead guys are creeps. Next, he'll probably tell her to smile. They want to go dancing, so she tells them that they do that in the basement so she can trap them in there. Because there's a mirror on the back of the door, they start to attack each other before the TV opens up and they get sucked back in. So the nightmare is over and Zoe can go. To a mental hospital, that is. And I know she's in the loony bin, but I mean, would it kill her to put on a little makeup? Her parents visit and decide to bring her the TV from home, and the end. And now for some fun facts. It took over a year to film this since they shot it mostly on the weekends. A sequel was actually written for this but never made because the director wanted a lot more zombie stuff, but he was offered the exact same budget, so he passed. Rocky Duvall, or Jeff, was 16 when filming this, which makes me extra jealous of him in this scene. I mean, Butterface or not, at 16? Are you kidding me? In the 70s, Michael St. Michaels was a jet-setting hairdresser for the world's elite who went to every European hotspot. So, would I recommend The Video Dead?
Yeah, okay.
It's alright, you know, I mean, the plot is okay, the acting overall isn't great, but the special effects and the music are really good. It's not the best zombie movie, but I've seen a lot worse. I'll put a link up where you can check it out. I am curious if any of you have seen this one and what you thought of it. Let me know in the comments. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.